CCXP, also known as Comic-Con Experience, a convention that happens in Brazil annually, where Funko actually had their first exclusives for this event last year in 2022. And I thought it would be a perfect idea to do predictions for this event since there is rumors that there will be exclusive pops for this event again. I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's video, we're going to be making our Funko Pop and Soda figure predictions for CCXP 2023.
So, let's check it out.
So for this set of predictions for this event that may or may not happen, we have 6 predictions each, whether they are Funko Pops, Funko Sodas, or a mix of both. And we will go one at a time, and then you guys can choose at the end which predictions you liked better. Alright, so the first prediction I have is a Funko Pop, and it's actually of Mace Windu from Star Wars The Clone Wars. This year is the 15-year anniversary of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and we have seen a lot of Clone Wars pops this year, and I thought it'd be really cool to have, I believe, what would be the second Mace Windu pop, but this time, instead of the live-action movies, it would be for an animated series, thus being The Clone Wars, and I think it'd be a really cool idea, and I think people would dig this as an exclusive pop for a Comic-Con. Next up, I have listed a Funko Soda, and it's of Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers. Once again, it is an anniversary of said TV show or movie, which Power Rangers celebrates its 30th anniversary. There is a new set of pops that had just came out, and as of the recording of this video, there is rumors for a Lord Zed soda for New York Comic Con, so I thought maybe they might do a trend of Power Rangers Funko Sodas, which is why I chose it here. And as terms to what possibly the chase would be for Rita Repulsa, I'm not entirely too sure. Maybe it's a different weapon or staff in her hand, or maybe it's just a random specification like glow in the dark. I'm not exactly sure, but nonetheless, I think it'd be really cool to see another Power Rangers soda possibly happen for a Comic-Con. My third prediction for CCXP 2023 is a pop of, I believe it's just called Nana, from Blue Beetle. I believe the movie, as we were recording this video, just recently released in theaters, and I know when Funko was announcing the lineup of pops that there wasn't a Nana pop, but then when they did the soda lineup, Nana was involved in that. So I feel like that'd be a little bit of a cool idea to utilize the popularity of this movie. I heard it's actually doing pretty decently well in the theaters, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least 1, maybe 2 more exclusive pops, especially for a convention for the Blue Beetle movie, since technically it will be one of the last DCEU movies before it officially transforms into the DCU under James Gunn's vision. So I think this would be a pretty unique pop, especially as a Comic-Con exclusive where it isn't really overproduced much. My fourth prediction is a pretty unique one, but it kind of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people would be disappointed. It is a pop of Bad Bunny, but it's for the WWE lineup. At San Diego Comic-Con this year, we had the first Johnny Knoxville pop, but it wasn't for Jackass. It was for WWE, and even though Johnny Knoxville made only 1 appearance for WWE in a wrestling match, Bad Bunny has made multiple appearances, having, I believe, 2 matches at WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 1, and then a Royal Rumble appearance, but this year actually having a match at Backlash in Puerto Rico against Damian Priest, so I wouldn't be surprised if Funko, for some reason, has this down the pipeline, so I think this would be a pretty cool pop for an exclusive like here for CCXP. Next up, I have predicted a Funko Soda figure, and it's for The Office of all things, and it's Ryan Howard. There's been a few Office sodas. There's been Michael Scott, Jim Halpert, and Dwight Schrute as commons, and then they also did Creed Bratton as an Entertainment Earth exclusive, and I feel like a character like Ryan Howard would fit the mold of a Comic-Con exclusive soda. And as terms to the common and chase, I'm kind of thinking maybe what they did with the Walmart exclusive pops, where it's just black hair Ryan and then blonde hair for the chase. But how cool would it be if one of those, whether it's the common or the chase, actually has Ryan Howard wearing the Woof.com t-shirt? And the last prediction I have for CCXP 2023 is a pop wanted poster for One Piece, and the pop I chose is Tony Chopper. Already we have had the Goldie Roger pop wanted poster for San Diego Comic-Con. For the recent New York Comic-Con, I guess, leaks, there is supposed to be a Monkey D. Luffy pop wanted poster. So I feel like this is just going to be a trend, and that the next One Piece pop would be a wanted poster, and I couldn't really think of exactly the character, even though I did say Tony Chopper, but I do feel there is a chance it could be a different character, but I do think for sure that there would be a wanted poster, since we basically be seeing these at this point the third Comic-Con in a row.
Alright, so now moving on to my predictions. Very excited about CCXP 2023 because we did get some really cool pops that I do have in my collection. And the first of those pops is from the Yu-Gi-Oh lineup, the Pot of Greed. I think that this could turn out very, very well. Of course, last year we did see Summon Skull, which was a pop that I had been waiting for a long time. That's one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh characters / duel monsters ever. So I think it'd be really interesting if they could do the Pot of Greed this year. And I think that this pop would be really cool. Of course, he is like a pot and he's got that face. They would have to have the huge smile on this character. And I just think it'd be really, really interesting because we haven't seen any spell cards. We've only seen the actual characters from the show as well as some of the duel monsters. So I think that they can kind of expand what they're doing and go into the different trap cards as well as magic cards / spell cards. And then last year we also got a Simpsons pop, and that is one of my favorite things to collect. So I had to put a Simpsons character on here, Bumblebee Man. I think that this is a perfect choice. He is like a Spanish character, which kind of makes sense. I think that this would be really, really cool. He is a side character, but he's also so well known in the Simpsons fan base, I guess you could say. He has had some figures before, not in Funko. Kid Robot, I think, made a figure of Bumblebee Man, so I think it is very possible that we could get a Bumblebee Man pop in the near future, and I think that CCXP 2023 is the perfect place for this to be released. The next item that I have on my list is actually a Funko soda, and I went with an ad icon. I figured it kind of makes sense if we see an ad icon soda. Ronald McDonald from, of course, McDonald's. I think this would be great. I would love it personally. I have a huge collection. There is 2 different Ronald McDonald pops right behind me. So I think that a soda version would be great. I would love to see the art on the can. I think that that would look spectacular. But the soda itself, I think, would look even better than what we get with the Funko Pops, just because you can make them a little bit lankier looking, which Ronald McDonald is kind of known for being this tall kind of character. And when it comes to the common and the chase for this soda, obviously the common is just your standard Ronald McDonald, but when it comes to the chase, I think that there's 2 different routes that we can go down with this chase. One being the easy way out and just making it flock. I think a really great chase would be if they completely changed up the mold as to terms of the wacky adventures of Ronald McDonald, which was a weird like promotional VHS series, I believe, from like 1999, something like that, maybe even 2000. That was so interesting. The Ronald McDonald there is so much different looking than Ronald McDonald that we're used to seeing. The next item that I have is also a Funko soda, and I wanted to do a soda for an anime series, and I realized that we haven't seen any Dragon Ball Z Funko sodas, and that character is not Goku or Vegeta. I actually went with Piccolo for this. I feel like it's a cool character that people love, but it's also not Goku or Vegeta, where you know that they can make those commons and they will sell a ton of them. So for the common figure of Piccolo, I just went with normal Piccolo. He's in, of course, his purple suit and he's green. I mean, that's what Piccolo's kind of known for. And then when it comes to the chase, that's where you get a more stern Piccolo. Maybe you could have like arms crossed like this. He's wearing the headdress and he also has that shoulder type cape thing that he wears. I think that that would be perfect. I wanted to use that as the common, but then I felt like it would make the chase a little bit lackluster if you take off the headdress and the cape. I knew I wanted to add a Disney pop onto this list because we did see at least one Disney pop last year with the Treasure Planet pop that we got, which was really cool. So I didn't really know exactly what to do, and I decided, you know what, we need to go with something new, something that actually hasn't gotten pops yet, and that's for the movie Elemental. And the character that I went with for this is actually Ember. I think that Ember is a really cool looking character. I haven't watched the movie yet, but she does look really cool. She's got that fire design, which is really awesome. But not only that, this pop should have a specification to it, considering we probably will see at least a wave or 2 of Elemental pops down the pipeline. So there has to be a specification with this, and I think that the easiest way to go about this is having it be glow in the dark. Like I said, she is the fire element, so glow in the dark just makes so much sense for this pop, and I think it would be great, and honestly makes a lot of sense to be a con exclusive. And then the last item that I went with for this predictions list is actually another soda, and it is for the Star Wars lineup of sodas. that being Ahsoka Tano. I'm surprised we haven't seen an Ahsoka soda yet, and I think that is the perfect time. With the Ahsoka show just dropping, there's only a few episodes out so far, I think it's a perfect time to get an Ahsoka soda. And I think that this soda makes sense to be actually based on the show itself, not the Clone Wars, not Mandalorian. I think that it should be from the show itself. I haven't watched any episodes yet, but I do know what Ahsoka's all about and what she does, so I feel like the common, you can just have really any pose, it doesn't really matter. But then with the chase, I feel like the best way to go about it is you have both of her lightsabers kind of crossed in the X pose, and then I think you have to have the specification of glow-in-the-dark as well. That just makes so much sense to me. So you can have a pose change as well as being glow-in-the-dark for the chase. I think that that would make this great, and I think it would sell very, very well, it being Ahsoka. Perfect time with the new show coming out, and of course being Star Wars.
Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed our predictions video for CCXP 2023, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.